Hey guys, I have another story. So years ago, I got laid off from my job. I was looking for a job for months, couldn't find anything. And I'm at a concert and I get a call from a church. It was this mega church in Atlanta. They were like, hey, we got your resume. We want you to come in for an interview for a project management position. I said, okay, set the date and time. And I was like, wait a minute. Can you tell me how you got my resume? Because I didn't apply for the job. The person said, I don't know. Somebody sent it to me. I have no idea. I said, okay, we'll just run with that. I need a job. Who am I to ask questions? I end up getting the position, starting it, and I meet this lady. Her name is Brenda. I love Brenda. Brenda worked in the media department. She was phenomenal. We became fast friends. I ended up leaving the company after my contract position was over and getting a new job. Brenda and I maintained contact for some time, but it started off with dinners and ended up being, your social media messages. Hey, how are you doing? Happy New Year, happy birthday, that kind of thing. You know how that happens. Well, Brenda gets married a couple of years after our last dinner together. And she reaches out to me at the beginning of the year. And she's talking to me about, we're catching up and discussing what's going on in my life, what's going on in hers. And we're talking about some issues, some really serious issues that she's going through. So I'm helping with that, praying about that. And then out of the blue, she says, Tangie, are you dating anyone? And I said, no. She said, okay, there's this guy, my husband's best friend that I want you to meet. And I said, okay. I wasn't expecting that. So she tells me about him, how amazing he is, and we get introduced. We get along really well, very quickly, easy conversation. We see one another quite often. And it was at one moment that he and I were driving, we were in the car together. And I looked over at him and something came to mind. I remembered a few months before when I was going through a really difficult time that God used somebody to speak to me specifically about hope. The woman came to me and said, you know what? I feel as if you have hope for everyone else, but you don't have hope for yourself. You've been hurt, you've been heartbroken, you don't have hope. And she said, God wants to restore your hope. He wants you to hope again, obviously in Him, but that was really critical to me, for me, because I needed to hope. Well, I'm sitting across from him in the car, and all of a sudden, the words that the lady said to me, they ring out again. She said, Tangie, God wants you to hope again. And when I turned to him, I remembered his middle name is Hope. I wonder. God used somebody who I hadn't seen in many years, who I only met because somebody, to this day I have no idea who, gave the HR department my resume, wasn't me, and I got this job, and I met hope. Purpose? For some reason, yeah. We'll see. Stay tuned.